This is Ernest, EBC of EBC Investments, in conjunction with Market Move to Freedom. And this is to give an explanation of what the EBC money machine is. It's an indicator in which I invented, which allows me to see and capitalize upon intricate price fluctuation in the financial markets. And currently I've been able to gain close to $500 a day per contract for the last 20 trading days consecutively, and in a very realistic professional simulated trading program. I have also used this program with live accounts, which I have footage of. I also added into here. I went back in time and found some information that shows, why this is such a powerful indicator. And now that my years of research has landed me in the midst of such great minds, it's my hope to share with you what my great Lord God has given me in terms of a clear methodology and ability to write indicators that translate highly complex mathematical calculations into a simplified, easy to read, color-coded stock chart. Okay, the last thing I'm going to share is my technical indicators. This is the main advantage on the investment side, to be able to see things clearly in the market. So what I pulled up here is a basic chart of a continuous contract of the euro trading 1.4161 euro futures. As you can see, there's a lot of random activity here, and you really can't totally tell how the market is trending or what is going on. That's just raw price data. Some people use candlestick charts, and you can still see kind of ups and downs, but being on the wrong side of trade, as you can see with all these movements, can get you raped and pillaged. Your money will be gone. So I'm going to pull up my indicators that show me a little more. Even like, let's just take a look at it from this perspective of looking at trend. Now it's coded so that we can see trends and kind of stay with them, and if we use longer term time frames, then you can see more. Now let's take a look at what my charts look like. Now these are my bread and butter charts from the daily to the left and the euro 20-minute to the right. I use other charts too, but this is a lot that I have on the screen. But the main thing is the EBC money machine, this red, white, and blue here. If you look to the left, you see how when the money machine right here went above the center line on this date, January the 18th, 2011, the market started trending up. Notice how these bars stayed blue. They'll be the blue or green. And that's an uptrend. So knowing that that's in an uptrend, let's take a quick look over here. What was that? January the 18th, right? When that fired off to the upside. I mean, looking here, you can see the yellow dot and it went above the center line. So let's go here to approximately the 18th on a 20-minute chart. And let me show you how I use this. So we know a rally has started there. There was that first big move. So let's go back and look at it. So when it first fired off was this day here. Okay, so there was the strength headed up. So what I do is I wait for the market to reset and come back below the center line and give me a fresh trade off the EBC money machine. So let's look. Just a little patience. Same day, the 18th, 1840. It's in the evening. Look, we get another move because we know the trend is up. So there's the buy signal right there, 1.3368. And before these bars, like the money machine actually turned, giving a signal to get the heck out, was right here at the high of that bar was 1.3438. Over here, that was a move from 1.33 uh, 67. So, that's about 1,000 ticks. I mean, 100 ticks, right? Um, 3357 peaked out at 338. Wow, that's more like 120 ticks. So one contract is worth $12.50 per tick. So, let's just see how often this happens now that we're in that uptrend. If you watch this line here, this cursor line, when I move it, it moves on both charts, as you can see. So it shows you where you are. So let's say that trade is over. Let me move this down so you can see. So that trade is over. We move on and wait for the money machine to fire off again. So we get our first firing right in here and get a sharp move up from the area of 1.3434. It peaks out at 1.3460. It's a nice little move, but see this red line right here? This is a value chart that I got from some other great traders, and that shows me the market's oversold. So I would sell that, wait for a pullback under the line of the EBC money machine again, because the daily is still up. So this is how you know when to trade. It comes back in, hits right there. Bam, the closing price is 1.3447, and it moves up, and the value chart does not peak out, but the money machine, the bars turn red, and the money machine means sell. If that bar is red, you got to get out of there because momentum is shifted. You should really already be out way before that. So the closing price of the entry was 1.3447. My whole thing is if I get 20, 30 ticks, I'm happy. So if you look at that, it's like 1.3447. It hit a high, so 3447. So 77 would be appropriate, a 30 tick move. That's a nice payday. Get the heck out and leave one contract in at a break even. Stop. If it pulls back, then you're out at break even on that one. But sometimes you get runners that take off for 100, 200 ticks. So let's go back to this and just continue on and take a look at this. So again, you got the money machine separating from the center line right here. That's a buy signal. You see the spurt up, and long as that daily is in that uptrend, you buy those pullbacks. When it turns blue, you can buy that. Those are aggressive trades because you're on the right side. You can continue to, every time the market turns up, you can see the momentum turning green, get the money and get out. And it's just a matter of being patient enough to wait. Now, let's just keep looking and watching. So the money machine goes below the center line. So that's like showing weakness. You see how this is red bars now? So those are saying don't take those trades. Let it trend down, see what it's going to do. And then coming back from the bottom line again, there's the yellow dot. That's when you load it up 3-4 contracts instead of one. Boom, get your target, sell 3 of them at plus 30, and then hold the last one. Okay, and greed is not what you need. So when the momentum turns down, get the heck out of there. That's what that red is right there. Basically, after all those good trades, and if we take a look at the daily, let me see if I can put the value chart in there so you can see. It didn't get overextended, so you can really keep playing those pullbacks over and over. And when they cross that center line, those are the best trades. So like here, you get separation here, you get a little momentum, but it's not above that center line. So right in here, there is another good trade. But see, I would be leery right here. That's a double top. And I know it's time for the market to roll over. It has to go down. It doesn't keep going one direction over and on only. So letting it pull back, go below the center line. Once it has some force, there it is again, another, the green bar is taking off. Look at that volatility. That's probably news. So you have to be aware of when the news is coming and make sure you don't trade at those times. Once the news is over, then you can take trades. So still blue over there on the daily chart, but you have to know when to hold them, when to fold them. Another trade at the end of the day, you can see got some up movement on that, and that's really how I do it. I stay abreast of what's happening and break it down to smaller time frames to take trades $100, $200, $300 at a time. That's really how I'm doing it. Until I get over 100,000 in capital, I won't be taking these trades. That's why my simplified charts are always up. But the money is there. It's out there to be had. You can see it. There's another up one. And since just looking at this, you can tell that's an uptrend. Okay, so I'm not shorting even when the daily pulls back. That just means it's time to be off. I'm taking a break. All the money is not to be taken every day. So that's the way it's done. Well, in my book, that's the way I do it. And I got plans for the future. So there's another one. And so this is the EBC money machine. And as you can see, every time it fires off above that center line in conjunction with the daily, there it is. But if you look at the money machine where it turns dark blue, those tells me those are warning times. I'm not really trading those times. I don't care if the market takes off because you're not going to get every dollar anyway. So those are my analysis techniques and how I deal with the market on a daily basis. And if there's opportunity for me to make more money, definitely I will work with you. Have a blessed day. And now I'm going to show some trading opportunities that presented itself in the euro currency within the last couple of days. Today is January 24th, 2014. Since I really realize it's futile to try to explain to you what 20 years of writing this indicator means, except to show you what it means in money, terms of dollars. The euro computations. So what's going to be important to watch is over here when this eventually will reverse back up, and this does look like a good pattern on the daily on the 120 that thrust down a double bottom, a higher low that we can push up at least to try this high again, 36.11, 136.11. So waiting on the actual time, so that's important. Down here I can see on this 500 tick we did get a green bar there, so this next pullback could be good. I mean, it's possible. The danger is the 3-minute. It's looking as threatening, to pull back down below the center line, but it's still above. So we got so the bottom line is the accuracy. And there's a ton of videos that I've recorded over the last year or two on YouTube that if you click the link at the end of this, or even where I post this, it should have some that you could see. Um,
Okay, so we're still right at the same price area, and on a couple of moves, I made 100 profit. You can see right here where it's cumulative profit and loss 100, and that's just off of this little move from here to there. Um, the market's setting up, to come out of this coil. If it resolved to the upside, then that was what I was looking for. Um, these little fluctuations. I've seen it reverse before and then go back through the lows. So, it gives you a head up on what's happening. It doesn't predict the market, but once you get with the rhythm, you know, then sometime you can make a living. So the 3 minute is trying to pull back some here, but it just fired off. And if it is going to break out of this range, then this would be the one that would show up first. Hurry up and wait. Okay, so that was an uptick. So right at okay, at 43. So okay, now you see the blue bias line on a money machine, uh, showing that okay, that's the first sign that you could even think about taking a long trade, and it's trying to break out here. Um, I am long one contract, and I have an order out there to buy another one at 13543. So now, um, going to see if we get some traction to the upside where I can move my stops up. So this is the fun part. It could be a spurt up and then come down, and that's not it yet. But even on the daily chart, it's looking, like within a day or two, we could have a movement up. But now that I look at it in the contrast. That's still a downtrend, strong downtrend on the daily chart. This one here. So you know, but the market has to go back and forth. So that's why I don't mind trading either side. So it looked like it's going up without filling my other order. That one contract is up $12.50. I forget what commissions cost. So hopefully, this will resolve, and these bars should, at least a move up to 135.50. Um, that would be a nice move. So keep an eye on it as it stretches to the upside. And this is what we want to use the tools for, is to capture these moves. So now it's 5 in the morning, and it may be some news coming out soon. I need to check that out. Okay, that's nice. It's up a couple of ticks. Okay, so see, this is the part of the market every trader wants a part of. It's when the frenzy starts. And right now, it's about to be a reversal frenzy. Okay, so was able to take another scalp. Where is it? And cumulative profit and loss 125. So this little move here, it still hasn't resolved, and the complete pattern yet. You know, it takes time, and it may pull back down. And if it does without going through that low, then I'll do the same thing. But it's contracting, and eventually it's going to break out with some power, either down or up. And my indicators so far indicate that it'll be an up move. Hmm. Look like getting that breakout now. Okay. So it's showing resilience up here, and I like the pattern. So again, this could be that reversal on this 15-minute. So now you see why this setup is so powerful. You know, waiting for that 15-minute to turn and then taking the lower time frames and letting the pattern develop. Until the pattern develops, is no trade, no trigger, no trade. But you see this nice movement on the 3-minute up, and now we're participating. So there it is for that move. And the next trade on this is this green coming back red is a great buy setup on this far right chart, 144 tick. All right, now I hope that was informative and that we can make some money together. Take care. Okay, so as I tune back in to the trying to bring the cursor there, have a lot. There it is. So right there was the trigger. Remember, we were so about 30-40 minutes later at the end of the other video. That's where the trigger started at. So you can kind of see it here. This was that. Okay, so we were here and had that last move down, remember? And this was the breakout from right there. So now you can see why those moves can be lucrative. And the goal with me is just to get a group of folks together to be able to leverage larger amounts of money and make money off of these moves. Yeah, sure, I can make $400, $500, $600, or maybe $100 or $50 or whatever a day. I mean, a move like this is maybe about, I don't know, $1,000. But 40 to 75, yeah, maybe $700-800 per contract. Usually I trade in 2 contracts, so about $1,400 on that move. I mean, all I can do is show you the trading plan, and this is a new venture. If you're interested, as you see the accuracy, I've been recording these things for damn near a year now, and basically just put my own money together and not going to trade for a firm ever except my own. So not interested. You can hire me in, but I'm not going to be your employee. I'm going to be a subcontractor. So that's the way it is. But you see, that's a real nice move, and that's just off of that one setup from this morning. So there it is once again. You know, go through the videos. They'll probably be linked at YouTube on the channel. Trust the trend, Joanne. People, I want it to be transparent, and where whoever comes through, they can talk to an individual and find out whatever they want to know. I'm just going to tell you the questions that she just emailed me since she began trading with your program, the final version. Average profit per contract is between $100 and $500 a day. Some days are flat, no money. You know, maybe lose $50, and that's based upon having at least $3,000 to $5,000 accessible capital per contract. Second question, what portion of the profits will be shared with the investor? That depends on how much money the investor has, but typically the highest paid hedge fund managers get paid half of the profits. I take 40% of the profits because my percentages are exceed theirs, but I still want my fair share, but I still want the investor to feel like they're getting the bulk of the money, which they are. And I still have to pay the people that I have to pay. Share trade reports since you began the program. What frequency will investors be provided reports? No, since I started the program, the frequencies investor will receive reports. You know, they can access information every month like you normally do with any other company, and that will be handled by Ms. Peebles. For how long will an investor be required to leave his or her money in account for trading? Great. You know, do it through a friends and family program, and since there's no fees and going through all the games that banks play, it's just point blank. If you have money, we trade it. You know, we're in a partnership. We can go month to month. Stipulate that, and basically at the end of that time frame, take our split, and you can go your separate way. That way, you know, money's not tied up, people not worried, and like if a certain well, we'll talk about that, but that's just the way it is fair for everybody, and people don't feel like their money is all tied up, and you can see what's going on daily. And basically, I invite you to come and see. I stream my charts when I take the trades. If you're up at 4 or 5 in the morning, yeah, come on and take a look. Email me to find out. You can email me at ebcinvestments@gmail.com or Ernest@marketmove2freedom. All right. A brief, concise explanation, written explanation of your trading strategy. Okay, listen. My trading strategy has to deal with using multiple time frame analysis in conjunction with technical analysis for me to be able to see different pulses in the market. Then to get in line with the trend that's of the daily chart, the market repeats. I mean, it fluctuates every 2.5 days on average, going up and down. So to try to get in on one of those turns and ride the trend for a day or two to get the most out of the trade, that is my trading plan. Trading the euro currency, British pound, and Australian dollar. Your location, St. Louis, Missouri, Soulard area, and North St. Louis. Why do you love trading? A brief bio about yourself. I love trading because it's the next best thing to baseball to me. I have 2 championships in baseball, and trading gives me the same feeling of excellence like when I was on the mound striking out 14 people a game in a championship. Yep, and beating the #1 junior college in the country in DeKalb County in Georgia back in the day, right. Brief bio, yeah, math genius, dual degree scholarship, Texas Southern University and Rice University for math and electrical engineering. You know, first time in the history of the school making a perfect score on the math placement test in college. And too much to go on, but yeah, I was with Midnight Star back in the 90s, wrote 2 or 3 songs with them, had records on the charts, and still friends with a lot of those folks that I met. And like you said, I have a lot of talents. I'm not a quitter, and I'm destined to succeed in trading. No. But that's really the real deal. There's nothing else really to talk about except making some money and learning some more, and so many opportunities out here. So let's get it. Have a great day. And contact Joanne or Alvin if you have any other questions.